Good evening. My name is Priscilla Cox, and this is the day I turned 18. For most people, your 18th party is a wonderful core memory. Your friends and family are all surrounding you as you're transitioning into adulthood. And the future is scary, but it's not as bad because you have your family and your friends all around you. To be fair, my 18th birthday did start off like that. I had my friends and my family all surrounding me in the ER room. To put it mildly, my 18th took a very drastic turn in a very short amount of time. I faced a lot of challenges in that event and its aftermath, but I had a lot to learn from it, and I'm here to share with what I've learned tonight. So, what and how happened? It's my big birthday party at the Sand Mountain Ice Skating Rink in Albertville, Alabama. I hadn't skated in years, and I decided, hey, that'd be really fun if me and my friends would go and skate for a while. It'd be a good time. And all my friends were in town because of the holidays, and so we all carpooled to the rink. And before we even hit the ice, they gave us a waiver, foreshadowing, and signed it. Didn't think anything of it. Hit the ice. Great time. And then we came in for cake and presents and all the normal festivities. And it would have been a wonderful time had the memory just stopped there. That night would have been a perfect way to start the new year. However, as we entered the ice again, had about 30 minutes before the rink closed, and my dad says, hey, 10-minute mark, you've got 10 minutes. Break a leg, kiddo. Not 5 minutes later, as I am trying to exit the ice skating rink, I hit a rough patch of ice and I lose control of my skate and it folds under me and there's crunch and I'm howling, I'm rolling on the ground. My friend Shama is trying to get the ice skate off of me and I'm being carted off in some wheelchair the staff has found and being chucked into the van. There's people screaming everywhere. Families are all over the place. And we all go to the hospital and it turns out my ankle has been broken in three different places. With any injury, especially a bone injury, you're going to have a lot of challenges that come out of it. The first one was entering my house to begin with, because we have stairs and there's no wheelchair accessibility. So not only did I have stairs and I was on crutches with a freshly bandaged ankle, it had rained the night before, and so the steps had iced over. So that was terrifying. And then I was bedridden for 2 weeks and was on a lot of narcotics because if I wasn't, my whole body was like shivering and like on fire. So that was fun. And then after those 2 weeks of being bedridden and not being able to shower and go to the bathroom by myself or do anything, I had to go onto a scooter to go to school. So that was a whole other thing to learn. And it was just this cycle of having to constantly adapt, but being in pain at the same time and feeling super weak. And with all of these physical toll, there was this huge mental toll that was happening. I had all of these plans for my senior year and my college and future, and it was all dashed to pieces that night on the ice skating rink. I wanted to audition for Beauty and the Beast. I wanted to do photos for the yearbook and participate in Allstate and get a chair. I couldn't do that. I wasn't able to talk to my friends in person. And I felt like I was a really big burden. I felt worthless and I felt everyone else is doing perfectly fine without me. Why am I still here? Why am I still alive when I'm hurting so much and no one really is visiting me? And so I felt not only I was losing that human connection, but I was losing vital parts of myself. But in that those trials, I learned to appreciate the small things in life, to take the things I had taken for granted, like showering by myself, and just appreciating those again. Learning those things became huge accomplishments and realized I'm still human. And I had to learn that relying on others was perfectly fine. I had to get over the fact that I wasn't a burden and it's okay to cry for help. And I learned who my real friends were at that time. And looking back at that moment, I don't really enjoy it, but the sound of your own bone breaking makes you realize just how fragile and human you are, that you can't do this alone. And I grew a lot more mentally resilient. I fostered relationships with people who saw me at my weakest point and still decided to lift me up. I learned to not take for granted these small mercies that God had given me and to stop trying to plan for life and stop having this set idea because life is going to throw whatever it has at you and it's going to suck. But in those moments of pain, you have to find the joy and to keep living, to find that strength in you and keep living and finding the joy in every moment. Thank you all for listening.